Aloha and welcome to this walkthrough of digits part 3, the contacts table. We'll be creating a Postgres table to hold our contacts information. If you recall in part 2, we created an array of contacts in the list contact page. This time we're actually going to store our contacts in the Postgres database. So merge your previous branch into main. I have already done that. So now let's get started. The application is up and running. So I'm going to start my timer. And let's get going. So we need to create a branch called contacts table 1. Branch contacts table 1. Publish this branch. And we switch to it. And we're in that branch. Let's make sure. Contacts table 1. Good. So I want to edit the schema Prisma and add a model for contact. So Prisma, schema Prisma. Let's go down here. Model contact. Okay, I'm going to take what they say, but that's garbage. I do need the ID. I need a first name. What do I need? First name, last name, address. First name. Last name, address, description. Last name, address, description. I need an image. And an owner. First name, last name, address, image. Let's make sure. I just want to make this. So, ID, first name, last name, address, image, description, owner. Okay. So we're going to create a new Prisma migration to apply this. Let's quit out of this. npx prisma migrate dev -- name contact. So we did that. We're now in sync. Let's check our database. We're in the digits. Let's refresh. Look at the schema, we look at tables, and we do have a contact table. It's got an ID, first name, last name, address, image, description, and an owner. Excellent. So our database is updated. Our database is updated. Now we need to set up the settings.development.json file so that we can load some default contacts. So let's go here. We want to look at the list page. Here's our contacts. So we want to add that data to this. Default X. Now, oops, no, sorry. Now we want this. And it's going to give me all sorts of errors. Fix this. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, so if I did F, this. So I'm just replacing my single quotes with double quotes. And that's not going to work for this guy, so I'll change this to a single quote. Okay, and then I can go wrap it, 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 wrap it. Okay, so now I got to fix this. Fix this other long string. And this last one, colon, long string, no errors. Okay. Did that. So I've got that. Default contacts, an array of sample data. I need to add owner field. So comma, oops, owner. This will be John at foo.com. So John owns Philip and Henry, and admin owns Kim. John for the first two and third. We're going to update our Prisma seed.typescript. So we're going to loop over config. Okay, so we want config, default contacts, async, loop over them all. And now we want to do await Prisma upsert. ID is index, update. So if it's already there, we don't do it. Otherwise, we create. And we need a owner. Contact.owner. So we're going to loop over all the default contacts, getting each individual contact. We're going to await the upsert, so we'll insert a new one if it doesn't already exist. And then if it is there, we don't do it, we don't change it. If it isn't there, we're going to create it. And we should probably put a console log in there here. Adding contact. I do love Copilot sometimes. Okay. Save it, make sure that's good. So we're gonna do our seed. Just want to make sure we're doing upserts, not inserts or creates, so that if it's already there, we don't want to create too many of them. So now let's do our npx Prisma db seed. db seed. So we added our contact Philip Johnson, Henry Casanova, Kim Bidstead. Let's check. I didn't get them all, so I'll run them again. For some reason I didn't get Henry. Hopefully we'll get it this time. I did not get it. I don't understand this sometimes. This does this. I'm going to try reseeding it again. Okay, we got the 3. No idea why sometimes the seeding doesn't work, but that's beside the point. So we did that. So now we're going to edit the list page to display the pages from the context instead of using the array. So instead of using this array, get rid of this array. But now we need to say const contacts equals await Prisma dot context find many where the owner is that. Email. Okay. Well, we'll do this. Not sure I like this. It's this TypeScript telling me that I can't have the this is going to have either an undefined or a null, whereas this has to be a string. So we force it to be a string. So let's console log the contacts just to see what we get. So now let's run this. Run dev. Oh, why is it at 3100? Oh, must have a running one somewhere else. So let's inspect, see what the console, if it gives us anything. But since it's on the client side, I should not see a console log here. I'll see a console log in the server side. So I've got Henry and Philip. On the server side, here's where my console log, because the page is a server component. So my console log is going to be on the server, not on the client. Each card is on the client side because we used client for the card, but I don't have a console log in the card, the contact card. So I don't get any console logs here. So that's okay. That looks good. And so we got Henry and Philip. Let's sign out. What? 3100. I should go find that other running. So it's really nice, supposedly, that since I have that environment variable, or that, and then for admin, so let's go back, I'll show this. In my env file, I have this host, localhost 3000, but I'm not running on 3000. I'm running on 3001 because there was port 3000 is in use for something else. So that's what's causing this problem of the redirect is sending me to the wrong port. I should go find that running thing and kill it, but we'll just figure it out. So I got the admin, that looks good. Make a copy of contact card admin. So let's go here. So I want my contact card. Admin. This becomes contact card admin. The contact is not coming from validation schemas anymore. This is coming from Prisma client. And this is contact card admin. So again, we had that contact from this part 2 where we defined what a contact looks like, but now I'm getting my contact from the Prisma client because we created a contact model. And the contact now has an owner string in it, where in the past our exported interface did not have an owner. So now I want to see what I'm supposed to do. I did that, add a card footer. Do I want a card footer? I don't think I want a card footer. I want a block quote. Oh, this is a card footer, last name, want contact owner. So let's see what this does. Oh, so I need to actually update the admin page to get all the contacts. So I need to update the admin page. We're not getting all of this stuff. We don't want stuff. Contacts. We don't want the table. We don't want that. So now, let's go to the list stuff page, the lift page. So our Prisma is simpler. Import. I don't like this. This up. Get rid of that. Put the space in. Import contact from at Prisma client, semicolon. Don't need that, don't need that. We don't need a where clause. We're finding them all. And so now my list page, we want the row. Admin. So now we got our list, our admin, we got all the contacts in the database. We're using the contact card admin. Let's see what we get. We logged in as admin. Go to the admin page. And so this is the footer, so I don't want it to be a footer. So let's go here and put a P block quote footer. What's that class name? Block quote footer. Let's see what happens if I do that. This, I don't want this footer here. Because I'm trying to make it look like this. And so there, that. Let's check to see if I've got, that's where that's running. npm run lint. Okay, so I've got a import on my contact card admin. What? Oh no, admin page. So the at imports should come before the relative imports. Okay. Got my time, says it was 25 minutes. Contacts table finished. So we see that this contact card admin has the owner on it, whereas if you just list your contacts, we know that that's mine, so I don't need that. And so that is digits 3, the contacts table. So now we're getting the contacts out of the Postgres database. So we can update the contacts in the database. We're storing them in the database. They're not hard-coded in the TypeScript. So that's a very nice way of storing the data. We're using Prisma to access the data in a type-safe way. And thank you very much for your attention.